Good morning to all you survivors of the weekend from all of us at the Bozard Ford studio. We are happy that you are here. We have the clerk's office hiring a former state senator, school district leaders explaining program funding cuts, downtown businesses get their say of the Nights of Lights discussion, and how can you get a free bus ride this weekend? All that and more, but first, Bozard Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's been a trusted family-owned part of the St. Augustine community for over 75 years. Founded by U.S. Navy veterans Fred H. Bozard Jr. and Fred Bozard III, their legacy of service continues today through unmatched customer care, award-winning facilities, and deep community involvement. From 91 climate-controlled service bays to their no-appointment quick lane, Wi-Fi in that customer lounge, and fantastic food and drinks at Ford's Garage Restaurant. Everything they do is designed to serve you. Experience their nationally recognized customer service honored by the Triple Crown Award, President's Awards, and more. Bozard Ford Lincoln is here to serve you with great pricing, great selection, and even better people. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, BNS Signs, Chiba Hut, Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and St. Augustine Handy Houses. Support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. You can find us on YouTube and help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Help Ty get a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos by sending those Facebook stars. We really appreciate it. Our app is back in the Apple Store with new features like a playlist link for Bollocks This Evening, the 904 Vault, and direct links for St. Johns County, City of St. Augustine, and St. Augustine Beach public meetings. And breaking news, we finally have a Rumble page in case the Zuck decides he doesn't like what we say. Go find us on Rumble, subscribe there. It's actually a really cool app. It has background play, so you can turn off your screen and you can just listen to the things that you want to listen to so you don't kill your battery if you're out there working. Good morning, Troy and Blake. Welcome back.
Hey, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, what's going on with the hair here?
Huh? Well, I got vacation coming up.
Oh, vacation hair.
Yeah,
you got vacation hair. Oh, okay. All right.
What's that, Kenny?
Yeah.
No comments? Blake, what's going on?
I'm doing well, Amanda. Hold on. So let me try some witchcraft here in the bed. Let's see. What's the name of the poem? It's Harris Expolius Remove Us.
Oh, what?
Now the hair's up.
Now the hair's up.
All business.
Wait.
All business.
We can do it again.
Whoa, wait. Oh, now the hair's down. Okay.
There we go.
Now we're back to fun day.
I'm normal.
Monday fun day.
Monday fun day. Yep. That's my
Monday,
fun wig.
day.
It almost convinces me to go green.
Go green?
Because I think it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Green is fun.
I think it works with my brown eyes, but I can't commit to going to the salon that often.
Yeah. No, green. I mean, that is a commitment, keeping your hair.
That's a lot of work.
Because it's going to go to a different shade of green.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you might not like
fade it all out.
Faded green.
It's going to get swampy.
Yeah.
I'll blend in on the alligator hunt.
Yeah, it's going to look a little moldy.
Yeah. Not the
if
best
it's not
look.
the bright green, it's going to get pretty, yeah.
And vibrant green, maintaining vibrant green would be expensive.
I think I decided to go red this weekend.
Yeah? Nice. You spent some time in the sun too,
I decided to go with the red hair.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so.
That's good.
Yeah. So a little bit.
How's that feel?
Yeah, it's a little warm.
A little prickly on the hat.
A little warm up there.
Do you think it's more windburn from being on the boat, or you think it's more just being?
No, it's sun.
Okay.
It's my pasty flesh hitting sunshine. That's the combination it comes up with in about 28 seconds.
Yeah, I was in the sun for first swim meet of the year and totally not in the groove. Normally first swim meet isn't until June. And so like I was just not in like the proper headspace. And normally I bring like a sun jacket, one of those lightweight SPF zip ups. And I didn't have my SPF either. So I was hiding underneath a towel because I also got a little slightly more color this weekend.
Well, you would think I know better, but I don't. I mean, the SPF was right there. We're on the boat, and I'm like, it makes me sticky. I'm not going to wear it. And it's not like, I've had malignant melanoma twice.
Yeah.
Which I have. And yeah. Yeah. It's
Maybe
just
not
smart. Maybe not learned. You would think, okay, at my age, I'd know better, but I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know better either. I got my kids all prepared for the swim meet. I had like the heat sheets. We had all the snacks. My husband's amazing as far as like packing for outdoor things, tents and carts and chairs and the whole deal.
Yeah. But he forgot the SPF.
Well, they don't need it.
That's Blake doesn't need it either.
So he doesn't get burned. And then my kids got his like melanin tendencies, and so they don't get burned either. They just go straight to tan. So nobody thinks about sunscreen except for me. And I definitely didn't think about sunscreen.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. No, Rebecca went out and cut a piece of aloe off our aloe plant. And was
greasing up your head with aloe.
Greasing up my head.
Aloe's kind of sticky too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. But it did feel good. I'm not gonna. Don't tell her. I think I just did.
You did. Good job, Rebecca.
Yeah. So, all right.
Question of the day.
Question of the day, and we drew from the question of the day pile.
Yes.
All right. I almost knocked over my water
trove.
again. So people can see.
Yes.
If in doubt, and we only go to this for emergencies.
Emergencies only.
Which
when
means
your brain's been fried.
When Troy forgets to do a question of the day, we only go for this. And I'm glad we went with the first question and not the second question. The second question was horrible.
It's tragic.
It was absolutely horrible. No. But this is our first question.
Yes.
Amanda drew it out for question of the day. How does technology increase your quality of life? How does technology increase?
This is the most old person answer.
Oh gosh.
My van that I just was forced to get because of a stupid hit and run accident in January or December. It has air conditioned seats and heated seats. And so depending on the day, and it like defaults to the AC seats when it's hot. So I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, it just comes on. That makes my life better.
So the AC seats.
AC seats. And I'm also old and creaky. I've got rheumatoid arthritis. Like I'm old and creaky. Yeah. So the heated seats help too. And my husband's so grossed out by that. But now I can turn on his AC seat and not tell him. And then just wait for him to notice. And it's so funny because the realization is so gradual. Yeah. Then suddenly you're like, oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah. It's in that good spot. You're like, oh, yeah, that's good. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah. So that's how it makes my life better.
And I'll tell you this. I'm a generation ahead of you, well ahead of you. And I'm 2 generations ahead of Blake there. So, like, some of the stuff that has come in my lifetime, it's happened so much over time, you kind of forget about it.
Yeah.
But I can tell you right now, these things, that laptop right in front of you, has made my life so much easier. When I first started, I remember doing softball schedules, and we had like 60 teams.
Good gracious.
And we had to do it on a typewriter. So I had to handwrite everything out where this team plays this team. It's a round robin type format.
Yeah.
And a team drops out.
Oh, dang.
I had to do it all over again. And then another team drops out, and then another team comes. So I had to redo it like 4 times. I remember doing that my first year here at Parks and Recreation, doing the schedule. Yeah. And now all it would take is take out this team, take out take out the Warriors, or put in the Stars, and it's you forget how much a computer saves you. When you just absolutely forget it because it happens over time. Like, you can't imagine not having a computer right now. We couldn't do this show if it wasn't for where we're at. And the other thing is that more recently is the Bluetooth. Being able, because I'm a distracted driver. If somebody calls me on the phone, I look at it, and I tell myself, okay, I'm going to wait. I can't. My makeup, like putting on sunblock yesterday, it didn't allow me to do it. It's worse being a distracted driver. And even as hard as I try not to look at the phone, and I still do. So
you're still bad as texting while driving though. That's another one thing though.
And no, and
you do voice note.
I don't.
He doesn't know how to do it
because I do know how to do it, but my phone hates my voice for some reason.
Mine too.
I mean, I'll literally say, "Hey, I'll be right there with the potato chips," and it'll say, hey, screw you. You know,
Yeah. It's like ending relationships. Yeah.
And my dyslexia is bad enough. I mean, I mean, you guys have all got texts from me. I leave out important words in sentences. It's not that I misspell words or mix them up. I leave out words. When I do my texting.
Because your brain's going too fast.
Oh, it's way ahead. It's way ahead of my slow texting fingers.
Yeah, I have to read and reread everything that I text as well, and you can tell if I haven't done it.
Yeah, you definitely can tell when I haven't. So I want to see what everyone else's answers out there.
How's technology made your life better, Blake?
I definitely want to say like the best piece of technology is Microsoft Word / Google Docs because I can work on like essays, stuff without people having to see my handwriting.
Oh, have you ever seen Blake's handwriting?
No,
Oh.
But he and I have competed on the rundown for the show.
Uh-huh.
We've been editing the rundown on the show at the same time, and he'll put in parentheses like, "I'm working on this. Just let me do it." I'm like, okay, fine. So we have dueling fingers sometimes.
Yeah, I just have access to it. Thank goodness you guys. I don't get in there and try and change that stuff.
Please don't.
Yeah, no, it'd be horrible.
That.
It would be horrible for everyone involved.
But hey, you're the host for the next 4 days, though.
Yeah,
I know, exciting.
Why do you think I have 4 guests coming in 4 days in a row? So
That's good. It'll be fun.
But I still have to do all the reads. So,
You do.
Yeah, I'm stressed out. I got back sweat just saying that out loud.
Can we just like set it to read itself?
Yeah. Can we
do that?
Can we AI it for the next
AI
4 days?
Wait, hold on. So which celebrity do you want me to AI voice?
Who's gonna do the Bozart?
Morgan Freeman.
Snoop
Always
Dogg.
Morgan.
Yeah.
If it's a voiceover, it's always Morgan Freeman.
He's an excellent voiceover guy. Yeah. It's time for a quick check of the weather.
Nice.
That quick check of the weather is brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets. Bin 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated over 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. It's the perfect spot for a romantic date night or a relaxing after work unwind. Also, start your day at Ben 39. They're open early. Sit by the glass or bottle in the serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music Thursday through Sunday. Open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Ben 39, your taste to discover. Hit the Blakes!
Traffic.
That's you.
Indeed. So it looks like I-95 is very slow today compared to most days. It was so right now we have a camera of International Golf Parkway. So it looks it's thankfully not a whole lot of people entering Buc-ee's today. And I'm trying my best to run at least 1.4 meters.
Yeah.
On this game I'm playing.
That's terrible.
It is.
That is the weirdest thing you've put up.
Yes, indeed.
It's awkward and weird all at the same time. I don't even know what I'm seeing.
Yeah, so this was one of my games that I played on like cool math games at school, where basically you have to control the runner by you control the runner's thighs with Q and W, then the runner's calves at O and P.
Wow, dude, you need to get into documentaries or something. I'm concerned about this.
It was the most fun thing, and just seeing like everyone rage out in the computer lab while playing this game was funny.
Funny, that's the way I look at the end of a race.
Yeah,
not the beginning.
that's how I feel at the start of a race now at my age.
Yeah.
No.
Traffic was pretty light on the drive in today, aside from the school bus that cut me off and then went like way under the speed limit. I did not like that, dude. There was nobody behind me, and he insisted on pulling out in front of me.
There's a school bus that's, I know when I'm tardy. I was 1 minute tardy today because the school bus caught me. If I'm on time, I pass the school bus as the school bus is going to that stop. And this stop has like 9,000 children getting on the school bus. So I was a minute tardy today because that one school bus always catches me right on San Sebastian there.
Yeah, I get caught by a school bus on Old Moultrie if I'm late.
Yeah, we only have a couple more weeks of that.
I know.
So
I love it. Don't get caught by that traffic. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, and locals, St. Johns County residents, that's you ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. All right, sliding into the news. We've got St. Johns County hires former Senator Travis Hudson. Former state Senator Travis Hudson is starting a new chapter in public service, this time with the St. Johns County Clerk's office. After reaching his term limit in Florida Senate, the St. Augustine-based developer has taken on the role of Senior Advisor of Intergovernmental Affairs for the Clerk's office. Officials say Hudson's years of legislative experience will be a valuable asset in this new position. In a statement, the Clerk's office credited Hudson with helping shape policy in areas like the economy, infrastructure, and the environment during his time in office, which began in 2012. In addition to his work in the legislature, Hudson also served as senior vice president at Hudson Companies, the developer behind major projects like Silverleaf Community in St. Johns County. During his time as a state lawmaker, Hudson sponsored and supported a number of bills, including ones that made it harder to sue home builders over construction defects, limited how cities can regulate energy usage through utilities, and created Florida's swimming lesson voucher program. He also helped pass legislation easing restrictions on craft distilleries and shielding businesses from COVID-19 related lawsuits. Find us on Rumble, guys. In a statement, Hudson said he's honored to return to local government and serve the community where he grew up. He'll earn $75,000 a year plus benefits in his new role. In other news, Amanda is applying to become the next member of the St. Johns County Clerk's office. All right. So what are your thoughts? Right. I mean, Silverleaf is very contentious. What are your thoughts about
I know Travis.
And government advisory?
And I've known Travis since a long, long time. And Travis called me, like, I can tell you, I know exactly when Travis decided to run for office. Mm-hmm. I was on my walk to D.C. and Travis called me. I think I was in like South Carolina. And we talked for maybe 2 hours. And he's just like, okay, she was just asking who he needs to talk to, where he needs to talk, should he do what he was going to do. And I was like, no, it's great. You're a young guy. You can get a lot done and still have another career after this if you choose not to stay with it. Obviously he had good money behind him. Mm-hmm. Always was able to get his message out the way he wanted to get his message out. Yeah. But he did a good job. He did a good job representing us. We got a ton of money the last 2 years when he got into a role of authority. Mm-hmm. You kind of have to, the way it works in politics in Tallahassee and in DC, you get over there, you kind of learn the ropes. You can't really get a whole lot done usually the first couple of years. Mm-hmm. But when you do get in a position of power, you need to take care of your people. Yeah. And that's exactly what he did. Mm-hmm. I know there's, because of the association with Silverleaf and the family and everyone, don't just rubber stamp developers. They're not all the same.
Okay.
And a lot of people do that in a lot of ways because we're not stopping people from coming here.
Yeah.
So we need to pick and choose which developers and how that's happening. Mm-hmm. Like we were talking with Clay, if it's a good deal for the county, then we need to do it. If it's not a good deal, let's make it a good deal before we agree to do it.
Yeah.
And, you got to know when to hold that line and when to say, okay, this isn't going to work for anybody. Mm-hmm. Silverleaf, they've done a good job. If you went through there, it's a nice neighborhood. Mm-hmm. They have beautiful parks. They put those parks. The Silverleaf park that they have in place, like the first baseball park, was built open for over a year. Recession was going through, and they only had 12 houses. Mm-hmm. but they still continued and pushed through because, it was the right thing to do for the community. So, it's easy to beat up developers and put them into a code word. And, a lot of politicians run on, I'm anti-development. Well, no, you're anti-business then if you're anti-development. You got to get the best possible deal you can.
Yeah.
I don't want uncontrolled growth. I want it to be very controlled, concise, and good for our community. And I think, a lot of people get that stigma, and, it's not fair.
Yeah.
But we are having Brandon Patty come in next Wednesday. He'll be in with us on the 28th. On the 28th.
Next Wednesday.
He'll be in on the 28th. We have Bill Dudley this Wednesday.
Yeah.
But he'll be in with you and I a week from this Wednesday. And we'll obviously talk about, him making a decision on hiring Travis. And Travis's connections are in Tallahassee are huge. I mean, he spent a lot of time there and positioned himself into a very good spot over there to make his voice actually make a difference. So.
He could be an excellent asset in the clerk's office with all of the all the connections he has in Tallahassee and in business. So Silverleaf is beautiful. It is huge, but it is beautiful. All right, St. Johns County school leaders explain proposed advanced program funding cuts and potential impacts. Concerns are growing across St. Johns County as advanced education programs face potential funding cuts. State legislatures are reportedly targeting advanced placement, dual enrollment, and international baccalaureate, I can't say it, courses as part of statewide budget adjustments. I practiced it too. It was terrible. St. Johns County student.
Oh, in that case, it was awful.
Ishka Kumari voiced concerns Friday, saying the cuts would significantly hinder both the quality of education and access to higher level coursework. For weeks, education leaders have warned about potential impacts. On Friday, Superintendent Tim Forson pointed to a larger budget picture, saying the state may be reducing education funding to help make room for proposed property and sales tax cuts. Forson explained that when the state reduces overall revenue, local school funding can take a hit unless districts receive a greater share of what remains. Forson also pushed back on data being used to justify the cuts, saying state decision makers received inaccurate information about pass rates in advanced programs. The district clarified the actual pass rates: AP at 79.5%, ACE at 78.1%, IB at 81.7%. Associate Superintendent Don Sapp said those numbers reflect strong student performance and not the low figures cited by lawmakers. While Forson assured that no programs would be eliminated, he said growth will likely be limited. That could mean fewer available seats in crowded classrooms and slower expansion of existing courses. District leaders are now urging parents and residents to contact state legislatures and advocate for full funding of these academic programs. So I'm a graduate of dual enrollment. I was one of the early kids in my class or in my high school to do it. There was only 3 other students when I did dual enrollment because nobody knew about it at that point, and it was super new. Like even the local community college, they weren't quite sure what to do. So I was told to go to the bookstore and they would give me books, and they hadn't told anyone in the bookstore that. So I was like, this is what I was told. She's like, what? I just give them to you?
That's not a thing.
That's not what we do. And so she had to call her supervisor. They had to double check, cross-reference, carry the one, and then she comes back with a stack of books for me. So I was very new in the dual enrollment program. That one in particular, I definitely don't want any cuts made to. AP and IB.
Blake was in the ACE program.
Yeah. Okay.
Weren't you in the ACE program, Blake?
Yes, there was in the ACE program at St. Augustine High School, plus a little bit of AP courses as well.
Yeah, I'm assuming like we had AP even back in the 80s. We had AP courses, so and it helps, but I don't know how much of this is anytime there's any type of change or any type of financial threat out there, this type of newsletter goes out.
Of course.
It's like standard, hit the oh no, what was me button?
Panic with all the kids
What
and
was
the
me
parents.
button?
Yeah.
You know, I'm friends with Tim and Don both, and they were quoted in there. You know, so I don't know exactly what that impact is, but adjustments are going to be made.
Yeah.
We always make those adjustments as long as you know the rules, you play by the rules. So I don't. Smart kids are going to be smart kids.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say the second part of that. But you get the point.
Yeah.
So I know we've worked so hard for Florida to not be on the bottom tier. We're now in the top tier. I mean, we were number one at one time. We were number 49.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so we've worked so hard to shift that dynamic.
For sure.
You know, so I don't know if I want to take any steps back. And, you know, if it doesn't cost me extra, I'm okay paying what I'm paying right now. It don't cost me extra.
Yeah, but that is my question though. Is like if there is like actual legitimate cutting of funding to these programs, do you think at some point the school board might say, hey, maybe we should put out another referendum for like another half-cent sales tax then for these advanced programs? And you think voters might vote on that?
No, they wouldn't vote for that. They wouldn't vote for it. I mean, we were able to get the half cent passed here. But if you're talking about a statewide, no, you're not going to get that.
I think there's lots of possible ways for funding schools on a more voluntary basis, a donation basis. It's just a slog. I mean, nobody wants to fundraise. No one wants to be, hit up to donate to things constantly. No. I mean, it is an option.
No, I'm guessing no one wants to donate to box tops then.
Box tops.
Yeah.
We did have box tops for a while at our church. I think they're still collecting them.
So yeah, I mean, it's hard. This one's one of those stories where it's like, okay, here we go again.
Yeah.
But they're gonna find a way. I mean, they're creative over there. People that have been in government for a long time, they figure it out and they find a way.
Why would budget cuts, just devil's advocate, why would that even matter? Don't we have the lotto that's supposed to fund education?
Well, that supplements it.
Okay.
It doesn't fund it.
All right.
It only supplements it.
Okay.
And the haters out there are saying that, oh, the money's not really going. The money's going to it. So don't again, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. Because a lot of people are out there like saying, oh, well, no money from the lottery ever made it. And that's not true.
Yeah.
It did. And it still does.
Okay.
But it supplements it.
It supplements.
Yeah. So it doesn't. It doesn't fund it.
If these programs do get cut, go out there and buy your lotto tickets.
Yeah. Buy lottery. If you feel really strongly about it, buy lotto tickets, and it'll supplement more.
I don't know if we're encouraging the proper things. Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like in your area. Let's check this out, y'all. We've got Sunoco at $2.84. Gate on Mizell's at $2.85. Shell on King Street is $2.87. Sunoco on South Ponce is at $2.89, as well as Owens on South Ponce. Mobile on South Ponce also at $2.89. The Shell on $2.16 Ponce de Leon is $2.89 as well. Shell on North Ponce actually matches today. That's also $2.89. The Circle K on 207 is $2.92, and A1A discount beverage is at $2.99. Drop in the comments what those gas prices are looking like in your area. That Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you and your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it the most. When time matters, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got live music today. Jim Lamb is at Milltop Tavern at noon. Reggie Starrett at Tradewind Lounge, 1 o'clock. Joshua Tennessee Worthy at Milltop Tavern, 4:30. Mark Evans is at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship at 5 p.m. Kevin Edwards is also in the 5 p.m. club at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Bones at Tide's Oyster Company and Grill, also 5 o'clock. Brett Blackshear at Tradewind Lounge, also 5 o'clock. Bob Patterson, OC Whites, rounds out our 5 p.m. club. Sam Passetti's at Prohibition Kitchen at 6 p.m., Stu Weaver at Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill, Joe Downing at Salt Life Food Shack, also 6 p.m., and that band that Troy and Blake believe does not exist.
Wow, that's a long name.
Is at Trade Winds Lounge, 9 p.m.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I'm going to try and slide by there, see if they're actually there. I've never caught them there once.
No? All right. Yeah. That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust the St. Augustine roofing experts. Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted best in St. Augustine every year since 2012. From emergency repairs to full replacements, Fidus delivers expert shingle and metal roof installations using top-tier materials like the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and durable or Galvalume metal roofing, backed by trustworthy warranties and GAF Master Elite certification. Fidus ensures your roof is built to last. 904-355-ROOF.
Nido pavers.
And gutters.
Literally doing my makeup saying Galvalume.
Galvalume.
Galvalume. I can say it. All right, residents and businesses get their say on Nights of Lights. As the city of St. Augustine looks ahead to this year's Nights of Lights, officials are taking steps to improve the experience, allegedly, starting with input from the public. Following traffic gridlock and heavy crowds during the 2024-2025 season, the city is hosting a series of public workshops to hear directly from residents and business owners. City Manager David Burcham said the workshops are part of a broader effort to make the event run more smoothly and called for a robust public engagement process. The first workshop for residents will take place Tuesday at 9 a.m., followed by business owner session Thursday at 1 p.m. 2 additional workshops are scheduled for the following week, May 27 at 9 a.m. for residents, May 29 at 1 p.m. for business owners. The final workshop, open to both residents and business owners, will be held on June 10th from 5 to 7 p.m. Unlike traditional commission meetings, these gatherings will function more like a town hall, giving attendees the chance to speak directly with city staff, share feedback, and offer suggestions. These meetings really are for anyone to come out and give us their thoughts, vent their frustrations, Bertram said. If they have any ideas or suggestions to make improvements, we're all ears. After the sessions wrap, City will compile the public feedback into a report for the City Commission to consider as they plan for the next Nights of Lights season. All right, so this sounds like it's going to be a giant free-for-all.
Yeah, I don't understand exactly how they're going to control the chaos. I mean, I see this possibly turning into something pretty chaotic. I wish them luck.
I know,
and I understand their intent.
Yep.
But I think they're going to have to. They can't do this. You know, they can do it once, but they do it more than once. Whew, it could get ugly quick.
I kind of wish that there was like a questionnaire process where around town there's QR code. You could scan that QR code, fill out your questionnaire and your thoughts on Nights of Lights. And that way it just self-populates a report for them. And then they can direct the meetings and the interactions along with that feedback. Because just an open forum free-for-all sounds like it's rife for bickering and fights and big emotions, as we say in the kid world. Big emotions.
Big emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Don't be a brat.
Nobody.
Yeah. Sorry, different between generations.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say those negative things. Sorry, Dr. Spock. Not on your side.
I don't know that Dr. Spock was a net benefit to
he wasn't.
American
No, it's
society.
proven he wasn't.
He was. I'm pretty sure he did more harm than good.
If the timeout doesn't work, smack him. You only have to do it once if you do it if you time it right. You only have to do it once.
I mean,
isn't that right, Blake?
Reinforcement and punishment is all about the appropriate time.
Isn't that right, Blake? Yeah. Okay. Only have to do it once.
See, look how compliant he is. All right, so everyone put on your big boy, big girl pants and go have a mature conversation about this so we can try and move Nights of Lights in the direction that we as residents would like it to go. It's not going to help anything if you just go in there overly combative and emotional.
Yeah, but if it is overly combative, do you want me to go out to the live cam and film the meetings?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we have now on the app. You can watch it
100%.
Watch
The
it
direct
live.
links.
The city's there, and the other one is if you want to see me on the live cam, I have
Ooh.
TDC today this afternoon, so and that's always a fun, thrilling moment in life. Okay, I before we get into the comments, I do want to bring up two things.
Okay.
Bobby did make a comment saying that Silverleaf is part of the problem of the traffic. Here's the difference between a DRI and a PUD. PUD, all they do is contribute to impact fees. DRI, you're required to put in infrastructure and those things. So these bigger developments actually are better for our. This is what I'm saying about having good controlled development. The ones that that pop in there and you see them here and there, and they only have like 200-300 homes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that are going to impact your roads more because they're not doing anything to improve those roads, with the exception of the impact fees. And then the county gets to choose where they go. Mm-hmm. If you have a DRI, these big DRIs, they're required to, that's why you have Silverleaf Parkway, you have, all the improvements on 13, all of those things up in that direction. Mm-hmm. There is a clear difference between those two. And a DRI is a development of regional impact, and a PUD is a planned urban development. They call them something different now, but they're still the same thing.
Yeah.
A rose is a rose type situation.
By any other name.
Yeah. So it really is how you handle it, and there's certain things that hurt. Those PUDs hurt, and the DRIs can hurt. But that's why you have to control it in that manner. So, so I just wanted to kind of address the difference between those two.
Awesome. All right, another opportunity to catch meetings on the app. SJC Board of County Commissioners meeting for May 20th is scheduled to start at 5 p.m. This is a time change, guys. The St. Johns County Board of County Commissioners, the BCC, regularly scheduled meeting for May 20th will start at 5 p.m. rather than the typical 9 a.m. The meeting will be held in the auditorium of the County Administration Building. That's 500 San Sebastian View, St. Augustine. It will be available as a live broadcast and video on demand through the county's television channel, but there are direct links to those meetings in the 904 Now app available at the Apple Store. Building community trust is one of the priorities of our new strategic plan, and holding occasional evening meetings for the Board of County Commissioners is one way we can build that trust, said Chair Krista Joseph, District 4. She continues, we hope to see more public participation and engagement in our meeting and attract a new type of citizen who normally cannot attend a daytime meeting. For more information on the BCC meeting calendar, meeting agendas, minutes, and additional details, please visit the www.sjcfl.us/departments/board-of-county-commissioners. Maybe we can drop that link in the comments.
You can do better than that.
We need a tiny URL. Can we do that? So check out that meeting on our app or go down there and contribute to the meeting. Have your voice be heard by the county commissioner. Moving on to St. Johns County is gearing up for a busy Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend is fast approaching. With it comes one of the busiest times of year on St. Johns County beaches. County officials are already making preparations to help ease congestion and keep beachgoers safe. To avoid the hassle of finding a parking spot, the county is offering free beach shuttles from May 24th through May 26th. The two shuttle routes will be available, one from St. Augustine Beach City Hall to Ocean and Fishing Pier parking lot at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that'll run constantly 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The second will operate from Cornerstone Park at 1047 A1A North at Michler's Landing Beachfront Park, also from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. In addition to transportation options, public safety will be a top priority. From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., lifeguards with St. Johns County Marine Rescue, as well as officers from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office and St. Augustine Beach Police Department will be stationed along the coastline. Beach condition flags will be flying to alert visitors of current water and surf conditions. Make sure you know what all of those color flags mean. For those planning to drive on the beach, on-beach driving hours will be permitted from 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. in designated areas. Troy, how do you want to check the comments?
On this Monday, I will make my way methodically through the myriad of magnanimous comments.
That methodical wandering will be sponsored by BNS Signs. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to BNS Signs, proudly family-owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high-quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. It's also brought to you by St. Augustine Handy House. Need a custom or prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises and serving the community since 1988 with over 70 structures in stock from sheds to barns to carports and offices. You'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building comes with free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options to fit your budget. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience. So let's have that comments report, Troy.
All right, well, what was it? 288. Costco was at 271. Blake, great job on the new intro. Circle K changed their gas prices 3 times yesterday. Kenny had the idea that we opened a dispensary to pay for schools. Probably you have the FFA kids growing the weed. So interesting thoughts there.
Yeah.
A lot of storms out there. So sending some love to that part of our country also. So, and Ann, thank you for your stars.
Thank you, Ann.
So
we got a Stoidum stat today?
We do have a Stoidum stat today on this day. Very famous day for Marilyn and JFK. 1962. This is the day she sang happy birthday to the president. The dress she wore that night sold in 2016 for $4.8 million.
And then Kim Kardashian ripped it.
Oh, is that what happened?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't keep up with the Kardashians.
Kim Kardashian borrowed it to wear to the Met Gala a couple of years ago, and she went on a crash diet. That was a whole thing. All of this diet culture nonsense. People were very angry that she went on a crash diet to fit into it. But even so, there was a lot of damage to the dress. She wore the real one for the red carpet, and then she wore a reproduction inside, allegedly. But people were outraged that she wore that dress.
It's her money.
Well, she borrowed it.
Oh.
She didn't buy it. She borrowed it.
Oh, okay.
So people were really mad at
Pretty
the
sure
museum.
she's got the money to cover it.
Yeah. People were mad at the museum for letting her do so.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Suck it up, people. This is what's wrong with our society.
Maybe that's what she should have done, and she would have damaged the dress.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Stoidum Stat, brought to you by St. August Pizza in downtown St. Augustine, right at the corner of Riberia and MLK. Get yourself a slice today, unless it's Monday, which is today. You're going to have to just be hungry. Get it tomorrow. All right. We got plugs, Trey.
All right. I got a bunch of them today, so I'm sorry. I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I want you to have an amazing vacation.
Thank you.
But this upcoming week, we have Dr. Todd, a psychiatrist, the lead psychiatrist for Florida Health, and he has with him a psychiatric nurse practitioner. Lena is with him tomorrow. On Wednesday, we have Bill Dudley to talk about Memorial Day events and stuff like that. He's the head of the Veterans Council.
Yep.
Amazing man. Always great fun talking to the Colonel. And on Thursday we have Dylan Rumrow, mayor of City of St. Augustine Beach. And then on Friday we got Lenny Bozard.
Oh, nice.
In the Bozard Studios.
Nice. So that's a great
Bozard Ford Studios.
That is a great list of guests.
So and then next week we have some great ones too. So we're excited. I mean, we got a lot of really wonderful people coming in the next couple weeks.
Yes, we do.
So
That is really awesome. And that's all because of you guys and all of your support. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube, and now on Rumble. Don't forget, we got Bollocks this evening. Bye, guys.